Well, it's 2024 and it's an election year in America. As a result, many politicians in the presidential race have expressed their views on a wide variety of issues. One key issue that keeps coming up is the retirement age. Some politicians have been claiming that we should push the retirement age back significantly. So in this video, I'm going to tell you which politicians have been saying this, why they are suggesting making these changes, and how this could affect your retirement. I'm also going to discuss some of the major challenges that the current retirement system is facing right now and what you need to do to optimize your retirement savings to be best equipped. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right, who is suggesting moving the retirement age back? Former governor of South Carolina, Nikki Haley, a challenger to President Trump in the primary race, said that 65 is way too low for retirement.
Social Security is going to go bankrupt in 10 years. Medicare is going to go bankrupt in 8. So the way we deal with it, we go to people like my kids in their 20s when they're coming into the system and we say the rules have changed.
Speaking about this issue, she said that retirement age should be based on life expectancy and that the age should be pushed back for people who are currently in their 20s. She stated that she doesn't think that people who are nearing their retirement now or who are aged 30 or over should have their retirement ages pushed back. However, from her comments, it is implied that she believes that it should be pushed back to at least 70 years for younger people who are just entering the workforce. Another politician who echoed this sentiment was Chris Christie, former governor of New Jersey. Chris Christie may have dropped out of the race to become the next president, but he shares similar views about raising the retirement age to Nikki Haley. Other politicians who either were or are still vying for the 2024 presidential election, such as Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Tim Scott, and former candidate Ron DeSantis, do not share in the same views as raising the retirement age as Nikki Haley and Chris Christie. In fact, they mostly support keeping it the same age for now. So key politicians are split on the issue of retirement age. Now, why are some politicians even suggesting pushing back retirement age? For starters, if you didn't already know, the national debt in the United States is currently hovering around $34 trillion. Why does this matter? Well, the government also has about $26.5 trillion worth of Social Security liabilities and trillions of dollars of other bills and liabilities. The more debt that the government has, the harder it is for it to pay for its bills, including all of the Social Security checks that it sends to retirees every single month. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Karlton, who cares about the government's bills and their debt problem? They take all this money from us from taxes, right? Well, it might surprise you to learn that the federal government only has a total tax revenue of about $4.7 trillion per year. In fact, the entire gross domestic product of the United States, which is the market value of all the goods and services produced in the nation, is about $28 trillion. So our debt is now significantly higher than our GDP. This is leading some, including major U.S. politicians, to question the long-term economic viability of programs such as Social Security in the United States. Now, another issue is that the baby boomer generation, which was one of the largest in the United States history, has now entered their retirement years. This is causing a massive outflow of workers from the United States workforce, and this puts additional strain on the Social Security retirement system. So, how does Social Security work now for retirement? If you worked a job in the United States at any time in the last 91 years in America, you might have noticed that chunks of your paycheck were taken out to pay for retirement. Well, the way that our current retirement system works under the Social Security program is that after you pay into Social Security for the duration of your career, you're able to receive a percentage of your pre-retirement income paid out through Social Security checks on an ongoing basis. The way that the rules work now is that you can receive some of your Social Security retirement benefits at age 62. You'll receive your full Social Security benefits when you reach your full retirement age, which is in your mid-60s. If you delay taking your Social Security checks, then your benefit amount will be larger. But now, and as I discussed earlier, some politicians are saying that the mid-60s is just far too early for people to start receiving their full retirement benefits. And part of the reason why people like Nikki Haley have claimed that this is the case is because of life expectancy increasing. If life expectancy increases, it means that the government has to send Social Security checks to a retiree for more and more years before he or she eventually dies. Currently, life expectancy in the United States is around 79.25 years, but it is projected to extend to about 83.3 years by 2050. Life expectancy tends to increase over time due to a number of factors, such as improvements in healthcare, improvements in hygiene, improvements in diet, lifestyle, medicine, technology, and many more. While it may be great news for us that many of us can expect to live longer than our parents or grandparents, it's not so great for the budget of the Social Security Administration. And this is because the more people there are who are living into their 80s and 90s, the more money that the government owes in Social Security retirement payments. Now, why is retirement age a sensitive topic? You see, retirement age is a sensitive political topic because, generally speaking, if you tell people that they have to work more years before they can enjoy a peaceful retirement, then they tend to not be happy about it. Thinking about it, would you be happy if you thought you were going to be able to retire at age 66, but now some politician is telling you that you can't really retire until age 70 or 72? Probably not, right? Well, it can be risky for politicians to upset voters, and that is why many politicians try to avoid these topics, or at least prevent committing to increasing the retirement age. All right, will the retirement age actually be pushed back? At this time, we don't know if the retirement age will actually be pushed back until age 70 or beyond. In fact, we don't even know who the next president will be. All that we know is that some prominent politicians are talking seriously about these ideas. Believe it or not, the retirement age has not really changed very much since the Social Security retirement program was introduced back in the 1930s. In fact, even back then, the full retirement age was 65. Now it is either 66 or 67, depending on when you were born. If you were born in this year, 1960 or later, it's 67. But here's the thing. Back in 1935, when the Social Security Administration was created, life expectancy was only 59.9 years for men and 63.9 years for women. So even though the full retirement age has only been pushed back by 2 years since 1935, life expectancy has increased by almost 20 years during this period. It's not too difficult to see why this can create some financial problems for the government. So, what should we do about it? The first thing that you should do regarding this retirement age issue is accept the fact that there is a very good chance that the retirement age might be pushed back at some point in the future. If you're currently in your 50s and 60s and you're approaching your retirement, then this will likely not affect you very much. However, if you're in your young 20s or maybe even your early 30s, then you could very well be impacted by a raising of the retirement age. Now, the bad news about a retirement age potentially getting pushed back is that it could mean that you have to work a few more years. However, the good news is that if you have a tax-advantaged retirement account, such as like a 401k or a 403b or an IRA, then they will have several additional years to grow before you actually reach your retirement age. If you play your cards right, max out your contributions, this could lead to you retiring with significantly more money than you might have had otherwise. And for this reason, you should consider making it a priority to max out your retirement contributions if you're in a position where you can do so. If you do not have a tax-advantaged retirement account, I strongly recommend looking into them if you're looking for more tax breaks. If you're self-employed and you do not work for another employer, you can qualify to set up your own self-directed 401k or your own self-directed IRA. For example, you can get a traditional or a Roth IRA, a SEP IRA, or a solo 401k. If you want to learn more about these retirement options, I have other videos where I discuss these options as well as a link below to book a call with my retirement strategy team. Now, in addition to investing in high-quality tax-advantaged retirement accounts, you can also invest in real estate to provide you with additional financial security going into your retirement. Not only can real estate investments generate passive income, but they also tend to appreciate over time and have extremely powerful tax benefits. For example, with rental real estate, it is possible to get a depreciation deduction that is equivalent to the entire value of the building you purchase. You can also use real estate losses to offset other forms of income, such as your W-2 and your 1099 income, if you know how to use the rules correctly. We have covered quite a bit of information in this video. Here's a quick recap of the main points that I want you to walk away with. Prominent politicians such as Nikki Haley and Chris Christie, they have suggested raising the retirement age in order to make Social Security more sustainable. As of right now, the full retirement age is either 66 or 67, depending on when you were born. Now, one of the main reasons why some politicians are suggesting moving back the retirement age is because lifespans are steadily increasing in America. One of the best ways to prepare for your retirement is with a tax-advantaged retirement account, such as a 401k or an IRA, even a SEP IRA, a solo 401k, or a 403b. You can also use real estate investing to provide additional financial security for your retirement. If you have any questions about any of these things that we covered in this video today, such as retirement age, tax-advantaged retirement accounts, then feel free to get in touch with my team. You can click on the link below to schedule a complimentary consultation to go over self-directing a retirement account or using retirement funds to invest into rental real estate. You'll also find the short-term rental rule ebook. In this ebook, I share secrets about investing in real estate to offset your W-2 and 1099 income. So if you're planning on getting into real estate, you're going to definitely want to know these tax laws. Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment or subscribe if you haven't already. I look forward to teaching you more tax education on the next video. Cheers.